Hello. Hello. I'm so tired. Let's get some questions and answers. Your birthday's in an hour? What time is it? 8, 9? So you're on the East Coast? Happy early birthday. I think I'm tired because I did a leg workout this morning, or midday. Trying to get into a strong, healthy shape. Happy birthday to everyone that has birthdays. Okay, I have sad news about George. George passed away. One second. Michael's still alive. I don't know why George passed away. I think fish are. I don't know how old he was when we got him either, but I mourned him, and we're taking care of Michael. Hey, from Australia. Stay strong, Michael. Yeah. Who doesn't like the pentatonics? You gotta like the pentatonics. You guys got questions about life? I got some great answers for you. Is the sound weird or off? It's 5 a.m. Sick life. Ooh. Sorry, I'm reading and trying to answer. How am I? I'm good. I'm good. I've just been focusing on all these different things. I'm working on a bunch of stuff that I don't post the stuff that I do because I don't really vlog. I vlog through Snapchat though. I've been doing that. You get pieces on Snapchat. I am going back to YouTube. I just kind of had to go in a few different directions and get a few things done, and I really want to treat YouTube the way that I treated it a long time ago, where there isn't as much weight on what I'm posting there. I look on Fleek today. Do people still say Fleek? I thought that was like a thing that kind of came and went. ABC show, yeah, they have. This is the final few weeks that they actually decide on whether or not that thing gets greenlit. I just had a meeting over WME about it, so we'll see. We'll see in the next few weeks. Edward 40 Hands. Oh, so here's another thing I'm doing. I don't drink. I don't think I've ever publicly even said it. I took a couple months off. I don't know if anyone remembers, but I did a no alcohol August, which ended up turning into a sober September. And then I had a drink on Grace's birthday. So that was the 27th. So I basically took 2 months off from drinking. And I liked it a lot. I liked not drinking it. And so I decided to take 2016 off. So I'm not drinking this year. Yeah. Why do I like physics? Physics is cool because it explains how things work. I guess, I don't know, I just figured, shouldn't everyone be interested in that? It's fascinating to me. Yeah. Any live shows coming up? There'll have to be, because I'm working with some really great people now when it comes to music. And, like yesterday. I literally was writing, I was working with Diane Warren, who is arguably one of the most phenomenal writers ever. Diane has written everything. I don't know how to explain it. If you don't know the world of songwriting, maybe you don't know her name, but if you know anything about the world of songwriting, you definitely know her name. She is just amazing. And she was showing me some of her stuff, and we're gonna work on some stuff, so that's cool. Working with some really interesting people when it comes to production too. So the idea this year is we're gonna make an album that I don't sort of put together the way that I have in the past, where it's just quickly kind of put it together and get it out there. But we're gonna put a whole album together. I'm excited about it because the first time I have all of these songs that I want to create that aren't, they have more meaning to me than they've had in the past. There's some messages I really want to get out into the world via song. Grace is, I lied on Twitter. I didn't think I was going to be lying, but I lied on Twitter. I ended up falling asleep and just took a nap. She went and got winter clothes. So, she's not home, but I think she'll be home in any minute here. Oh, the vice president. Yeah. Well, it's the second time I've met with the vice president. It's On Us campaign is, for me, it's interesting because I you know, sexual violence on, specifically on college campuses. I mean, I don't know how close that is to me. The concept of It's On Us is, I think it transcends not just sexual violence, but it's a good place to implement that concept where it's really needed. I want to be a part of that. How do I put this? I want to be a part of a lot of different things right now that are in that same vein. But It's On Us campaigns. If you guys don't know about it, you guys should definitely check it out, and you should definitely take the pledge. It always astonishes me how many things that are just horrible that are happening in the world, and there's a lot of talk and not a lot of action. And there's so many of us that could do more. So we got to figure out how to do that. Luckily, I think within the community, there's a lot of really great human beings doing great human things. That's the sound of the garage. So, to answer your question from before, Grace is home. I want to write a song. Coincidentally, and this actually isn't why I was meeting with Diane, I started working with Diane, but Diane wrote Till It Happens to You, which Lady Gaga sang. And that's basically the It's On Us campaign song, you know. Yeah, again, she's written everything. You just don't know it, but she's written like everything. When it comes to love songs specifically, like she's written everything. It's pretty amazing. She wrote, just to give you guys some examples. I believe she wrote, "How do I live without you?" I think she wrote everything Celine Dion sang practically. I know she wrote "Don't Want to Miss a Thing," Aerosmith. She just wrote a lot. She wrote a lot of cool stuff. You listen, That's What I'll Be When I'm Sad. Why do you listen when you're sad? Does it remind you that I'll be your friend? Oh, that's awesome. You should write music. Music is such a great, interesting thing that it's so hard to understand fully, right? Like, for whatever reason, these frequencies and these tones in the right spaces, this sounds like something very different than this, and makes you feel something different. It can change your emotional state, and we can't quite understand it. That's crazy. I don't really know why. And the geniuses that play around in the music, the things that they've done with these sounds. Sing a quick cover for us, please. I could sing something. I don't. What cover? I don't know any songs right now. The plants are outside. Oh, the garden. The garden's doing well. It's the sound of the garage closing now. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood is the TV show. Won't you be my neighbor? It's just going. I don't know what's happening. It's going up and down. Oh, awesome, nice guys. That's cool. Thanks. Hamilton, though? Are you the No Filter Grace? Is that, pretty sure that's you that brings that up a lot. I want to see Hamilton, I do. It's not like I'm avoiding. I want to see Hamilton. I had the chance. I don't know what's going on in the garage. I had an opportunity. A friend of mine was in a show. Um, and said to Grace and I when I was down there, I went to go see a show. And he was like, "Hey, I know the guy. Like, let me know. I'll get you tickets. I've got an in." And I didn't take advantage of it, which in hindsight, it's like sold out for so long. I should have taken advantage of that. I didn't realize the value of that friendly offer was until now. Your performance in Rockaway just said, "Oh, thank you. That was a lot of fun." I didn't. I don't know why I didn't. We just weren't in New York. We didn't. We should have just booked a trip, made another trip out of it, and just done it. Yeah, we'll hug it at VidCon. I'm into that. Yeah, I don't know if you just joined, but I was explaining the ABC Family thing. We'll find out this next few weeks if that actually gets fully greenlit or not. I'm not into doing more musicals at the moment, but it's not crossed off my list of things to do or anything. 33. I'm turning 33. That's crazy. What? Yeah, that's no, yeah, I'm excited. I guess I don't think you get excited about turning 33. I think you don't get excited about birthdays after 30. I like 30. 30 was probably the last age that there was some sort of excitement about turning. I don't see myself getting excited about 40 or 50. I think 30 is the last one. 21 is, yeah, there's 21, but there's also 25. There's something about being 25. There's something about being 30. 35 actually is the last time you really feel like you've stepped into a position of I can do whatever I want because you can run for president. And I guess in my mind, I'm like 35. I can't even run for president right now. I'm too young. My favorite birthday was probably turning. I don't know. They all blur through the. They all blur in the 20s. I can't quite. I think 18 was my favorite one actually. I think 18 was fun. Acting or music? That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Kind of depends on my mood, to be completely honest. I love Italy. 18 is totally Sheila-licious. Are you Sheila-licious? Did I move? Yeah. If I went away, where am I going for my birthday? Somewhere cold. What's your favorite childhood or teenage memory? I lifeguarded. I really like lifeguarding. I have this fun memory. It was run by this guy. He was 23, and he was, that was old because I was like, when I was doing it, I was like 17 and 18. And I remember we would shut down the pool after everyone left, and we would throw parties there. And I remember, I don't know why I did this. I've told the story before. I don't know why I did this, but I took the guard stand and I pushed it into the deep end by myself. Like I wasn't even enjoying this joke with somebody. I put the guard. It wasn't mad either. It was just at the party, and I thought it would be funny if everyone got really confused as to how the guard stand ended up in the deep end. And so I put it in the deep end, and then I just walked back into the office area where everyone was because no one was outside at the moment. And then I let someone discover it, and then everyone just like was trying to solve this like murder mystery type thing, minus the murder. But and I just sat back and enjoyed everyone being really confused as to who would do it and why. It makes no sense. I couldn't share the humor in that with anyone because I didn't tell anyone. It's kind of ridiculous. The man cave, I am that guy. The man cave is doing well, you know. It hasn't really changed much. I think I reached that point where it is what it is now. Favorite thing about living in New York is the people talk about this, the energy. There's something about when you walk out of the apartment that you're in, there's just this energy. There's just so many people. Talking about energy, you want to see my Moldavite? Check out this Moldavite. This This right here has got some serious energy. Do you guys know what moldavite is? I know it's very small. I have a gigantic piece of labradorite now. I wish we were going vegan. I think it's an important thing to do. It's proven to be harder than I wish it was for myself. Would I ever pierce my ears? I mean, I don't want to pierce my ears today, but I'm not against piercing my ears. Where do I want to travel next? Well, I know I'm going somewhere. Should a freshman date a senior? Sure. Yeah, I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters that much. I think culture's crazy. I think you ever think about how we do the most ridiculous things, and there's judgment around so many things that we do. This is like one of my bigger things that I think is so fascinating that we allow to just surround us, but we don't actually comment on, where like everyone's just trying to not be judged, or everyone's trying to be a part of a group of others and conform, and it's so powerful that like we don't even like think about this. Like think about the concept of makeup for a second. And you're like, people are gonna spend a lot of money over the course of their life. I'm gonna work out my bicep for no practical reason. We just constantly do things because we want to be accepted, and things are so ingrained in our culture that we don't even get to question some of those ridiculous things that are a complete waste of money and time. You only work out one bicep. See? That's cool. How do I feel about sunsets? I love sunsets. Yeah. I was thinking about this though, in terms of judgment, just to finish that thought. It's interesting because it seems to me that you have groups of people, like you're trying to gain the respect or not be judged by the individuals that you want respect from the most. As an example, what I mean by like, let's just pick like ideas of groups, right? Let's just say there's a group of goth kids and there's a group of I don't know, like dance culture. I don't know. I'm just making something. I don't know. Well, if you're just looking at the way they dress, like they don't really care if someone in the other group makes fun of the way they look, but they do care about their appearance within the group of individuals that they want to be around and get respect from. And yet any sort of fashion or style at the end of the day, to make fun of any fashion is really the thing that's most ridiculous. To make fun of fashion at all is the most ridiculous judgment. It's kind of funny when you really break it down. The judgment is the thing that it's a paradox. The judgment is the thing that should be judged the most, because it's based on such stupidity. It's insane. It's crazy. Self-respect for sure. You need to just be confident in whatever choice you make, because none of it matters. Not when it comes to stuff like that. Do I want kids? I'm indifferent. Do you think college can make you lose your sparkle in life? I don't. What do you mean by sparkle? Yeah, I'll be your friend. Skinny jeans would hurt my man parts. Yeah, they're like, think about it. Skinny jeans are uncomfortable. People put themselves in an uncomfortable situation to be a part of a trend and want the respect of others, or it gives them the sense of feeling of attractiveness, whether it's real or not. Books. I think books are great. I suggest you read them. You guys, if you read Ishmael, like, I will read it again. I'll read it a second time, and really, I actually wanted to do this anyway. I wanted to go through it again and write down some of the things that really popped out and really stood out to me, because it's so thought-provoking. And I don't want to even get into it because I'll start talking about it. But if any of you are on here that have read Ishmael, I am sure that you feel the same way. That thing made me think. Goose is good. She's upstairs. What motivates me? What motivates me? I think it's changed over the years. I was very motivated by, I think what motivates me is just seeing results in general. I think the outcome and the results have changed over the years. And so, younger, the thought of, a certain financial success or the thought of getting to play in front of a large crowd, getting to be in a Broadway show, getting to act in a movie. The thing that I think I've learned the most over the last year has been that, and this actually was worded really well by Tony Robbins, is that success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. And so, as you're obtaining these goals, that's all great, but if you're not finding it fulfilling, it's not providing you with any real happiness. And so there's the story of every celebrity suicide or successful rich person giving up on life, and it's so common because that's the piece that people forget. And so what I've been finding to be more fulfilling lately is I want to create and be a part of things that feel like I'm actually contributing. I feel like I'm actually giving back to society, as a way to put it, culture, not culture, just give back to community. I guess community is a better way to put it. It feels like I feel like I'm wasting action. And my mom pointed this out to me, actually, and I love my mom for pointing this out. Because I was so inspired by Tony Robbins, and I thought, wow, what a force. I mean, the man is just, his message is so beautiful, so powerful, and it's so positive. He's helping people with discovering things about themselves that helps them become a better person, and a better person not only for themselves but for others. And my mom pointed something out in regards to music, and I've been away from really writing and doing my own thing in music for a while, and that there's a scenario where I use music to send some of these similar messages out into the world. I thought that was really insightful and helpful for me, because I've gotten so tired of writing and showing songs that I guess in a way are more selfish, which is nothing wrong with that, to write songs about whatever it is that you want to write a song about. But there's also an opportunity to write songs that can be directly helpful with the intention of being helpful. And that's kind of where my head is right now. Chester knows. Who's vocal range? Freddie Mercury. Once I was 7 years old. I don't know it. Damn X-Files though. How do we come to be this way? Is that a song? You should be. I guess I missed it. Do I resume? I'll catch you later. Yeah, you always have permission. You guys excited about Dirty 30? Fries or guacamole? Guacamole. Fries dipped in guacamole. Nailed it. Have I ever wanted a cat? Not until I met cool cats. I didn't know cool cats existed until I met a few. Steve being one of them. That's Andy's cat. I always just felt like cats were kind of, just hated me. You could want to pick them up, they'd run away, want to pet them, and sometimes they scratch me. That was my memory growing up around cats. And then I met cats like Steve, and I was like, whoa, you seem interested in me. I'm in. Have I ever wanted to be a cat? That was the question? Oh, no. What happens when I eat avocados? It feels like just my tongue is being stabbed. Not like my knife, but like little pricks are happening on my tongue. It's kind of painful. I I haven't been told that I'm allergic by a doctor. It's just sort of the 1,000 or so case studies over the course of my life. The the world was made for man to conquer and rule it. I know a gorilla that might present that question. If I could learn any skill, I would learn another language, which I think I'll eventually end up doing. At the moment I'm learning how to fly, so that's been fun. I just figured why not have a pilot license, and then I could just fly up to see my sister and my niece more often. So I've been doing that. On what was it? A few days ago, I was up and we were doing slow flight. And next time, when I get back from this trip we're about to go on, I'm going to be going over stalls. I'm at the earlier stages of getting my pilot license, but there's a part of me that's excited / nervous. There's nothing really to be nervous about doing stalls, just because of the concept of stalls. I mean, like, you're stalling, but it should be fun. What kind of socks I'm wearing? No, they're like boring because of jamming and whatnot. But usually, Moosh or Pair of Thieves, one of the two. But it's because of my friends. Yeah, you gotta support the friends. On your yeah, well, nicest singer you've met? I met her when she was way younger, but I remember thinking she was just so sweet and so like smart with a good head on her shoulders. Was Selena Gomez, but I knew her when she was 15. She was I like Ariana Grande. She is super talented. Her voice, I mean, she's gotten better over the last few years, and her display of vocal control is pretty amazing on SNL. Troye Sivan, he's awesome. He's a sweet guy. I don't know him as well as Grace, though. I've kind of just known through passing, but Grace knows him pretty well. Coachella this year? I don't know anything about Coachella this year. I know that Josh is there. That's about it. Dude Perfect, I love those guys. Again, those are just some really down-to-earth, awesome, nice human beings that I've come across. I don't know them very well, but they're really nice. What's with all the time in the gym lately? I wanted to. I didn't want for the idea of being in the best shape of my life. I didn't want that to be in my past yet, while I'm still in my 30s, and it would be significantly harder for me in my 40s and 50s to truly be in the best shape that I've ever been in. And so I decided to why not do it now. So I'm going for it. Yeah. I am working my chicken legs. I've been doing a lot of squats and a lot of deadlifts. It's actually, I've focused in on that. I've taken Arnold's advice. I've picked out my weaknesses, and I pushed extra hard on those. So I did leg day today. 2.5 hour leg day this morning, or midday. Beyonce, Lemonade. I don't know, both. Can I see other results? I mean, I don't have a plan to show off results, but I also don't have a plan anymore to not show off or not take off a shirt or anything like that. I'm just going to live a normal human being life, and if a photo happens without a shirt, so be it. This is kind of the attitude, I think. That makes any sense? For those of you that know that I did I'm not taking my shirt off for a year. There was a part of me that, and I think part of that turned into me getting really out of shape, but I just was so tired of being sort of typecast, and I went through a confusing period of was so fearful of the idea of being a narcissist or self obsessed, self absorbed with physical appearance that I got fearful of it. If that resonates with anyone, which isn't it was just a mindset, but was the wrong mindset. And I think I just want to trust in myself more as to why I'm doing the things that I'm doing, which I feel really good about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it and who I am right now. A concept. People asking things about Chester during Chester last year. Any songs I'm currently working on? Yeah. Superman all the way, by the way. Marvel. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that one. DC. It's very easy to learn the piano. I don't hate Ike. I'm just answering these one-offs. My mom ever speak to me in Tagalog? No, not really, because I wouldn't understand. She says like little things here and there, like mahal kita and things. But Climb Me Out of Love music video? I don't know. I never recorded Climb Me Out of Love. Yeah, I mean, the speaking stuff, if I had the time, the speaking stuff doesn't go through my management. There's a filter there, so I don't know what actually ends up trickles down into my team asking me if I want to do things or not, to be completely honest. Safety word. Will you be back? Oh, thanks. My dish goals? What are my dish goals? Are you guys on Dish? Is everyone on Dish? Do you use hairspray? I started using hairspray. This is the... I hope you guys are getting some quality information out of this live stream. The Dish app is pretty... It's fire, as the young kids say. Is that a thing? Fire? Or lit? Fire and lit. Is that what I'm supposed to say? To say things are cool? Like, yo, this app is lit. Is that how you say it? Or like, yo, this app is fire. I'm actually not even joking with my level of insecurity with whether or not that's correct. I base everything off of Josh. I'm like, Josh starts saying these words like lit and fire, and I'm like, these things are neat. No, I don't say neat. Hip. So young and so hip. Don't say lit again. So lit is fire, isn't... Fire isn't... Wait, hold on. Which one's which? See? Mint? Mint's a thing? Lit? Yeah, see? Lit, yes. Fire is literally lit, if you think about it. No. Lit is correct. Not fire. Lit is good. Alright. What I'm gathering here is lit works. But fire is... It looks like there's a little bit more of a debate with fire. Okay. You want to read the Tony inspirational quote of the day? Let's see what it says. All right. What day is today? Okay, what day is today? Today is what day? Wait, what day is today? Oh my gosh, it's the 16th? I thought it was the 9th. read it. Today is the 16th, huh? All right, it says, hunger is the only differentiation successful people. It's not talent. Oh, man. Differentiation. It's hard to read without my glasses. Hunger is the only differentiation in successful people. It's not talent. Yeah, he's big on that. I just bought a book he recommended called Talent Code, which I think deals with that, or talks about that, right? That's the main point of the book, actually, what I'm trying to say. Taxes were due. I hope I did them. Spoilers. Okay, just to not be an irresponsible person or send the wrong messaging. Taxes are important. I have a manager, a business manager, so I'm confident that I did do them, or I applied for an extension. And you do have more time, right? Isn't that like a thing this year? All right. Did I go to college? I did. I went to college. I had my diploma over here. I'll show you. My diploma was in this. My dad built this frame too. Look at my diploma. Yeah, it says I went to some silly college and learned stuff. Go Bruins. Yeah, UC system. Are you guys in college? You going to college? You graduated from college? Piano. Yeah, my parents were glad I graduated. That's a guitar. 8th grade. UCLA. Yeah, UCLA. I'm in college. It sucks. It's a little out of tune. I played this last time. You guys, I'm still working on it. I'm still fine-tuning it. But this, what if you found out tomorrow you'd have to say your goodbyes? Who would you love? What would you do? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? 'Cause lately I find myself wondering, but everyone's rushing off to, searching for the next thing to happen. But what if life was just happening for you? I know that it's easy to say. Yesterday's past, so tomorrow's a guess. So you might as well smile for a day. Love, 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 'cause there's too much to say. Love, like there's only today. And I know there's a dream you've been dreaming, that everything's finally right. You got all that you need, yeah, with all that you want. It'll just take a matter of time. But what if your dreams have been waiting? Or waiting has been your excuse? 'Cause time won't deny you the moments, they're just yours to lose. I know that it's easy to say. Yesterday's past, tomorrow's a guess. You might as well smile for today. Love, 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 'cause there's too much to say. Love, gotta start smiling with me. Guess it's all that we need. And that's what I was saying. That's a song I feel like has there's a meaning there. There's a message I want to help spread, and I think it's important. I think we get caught up in stuff so much we forget to just enjoy right now. There's only right now. We have no idea what is tomorrow. We have so much stress about tomorrow, and we're just concentrating on our long-term strategy so much. What about right now? Being alive and excited about that. That has got to be one of the most important things to remember. I mean, you see so many stressed out people. It's all just a fun journey. If life, this is another. I'm big on Tony quotes right now, but life. What if life is happening for you, not to you? What if life was all happening for you, and you looked at life from that perspective? It'd be a lot easier to enjoy every moment, every day. I'll tell you what I did learn over the last few years, and this has really sort of been like one of the biggest epiphanies that I've had, and it happened, I probably talked about it before. I had it a couple years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, about 3 years ago, and I realized that I was pulling too many emotions from these goals that I had created. And it dawned on me that if you're, which I would assume I would assume everyone on here is in this category. If you have food and shelter and a certain level of human comfort, if those things are covered, everything else, if all the needs are taken care of, everything else is just bonus and should be treated emotionally as such. What I mean by that is, I look at other things now as if I'm playing a video game. So if my goal is, I really want I want to make enough money to buy like a house, or I want to make enough money to buy a car, or I want to have my album reach the charts, or whatever these goals are. I think of it in the same, emotionally, I take it on in the same way that I take on playing a video game. It's awesome when you get to the next level, and if you don't, it's not a big deal. I'll keep playing. And if I get tired of playing this game, I'll find another one. And it's a lot easier to go through life with that sort of attitude. And I don't want this to confuse. I don't think there's a difference between what I'm saying here and the idea of being passionate and driven about your goals. I think that's totally fine. But sometimes we make the mistake of feeling as if it doesn't happen, it's such a negative thing. It doesn't have to be. That's sort of to help create some sort of delineation. Meditation? I do. In the morning now. I also am really big on lucid dreaming. I am really big on lucid dreaming lately. I've actually been getting very good at triggering myself into lucid dreams. And what's really interesting about lucid dreaming is that any of you guys that it shouldn't scare you. Lucid dreaming is simply, it's at the end of the day, it's just that when you know that you're in a dream. That's it. That's it. And astral projection or whatnot, that if you're saying no, see, what you heard from Dietrich was he was talking about astral projection, like an out of body experience, very different. And I do go through sleep paralysis quite a bit, but lucid dreaming is very different. Lucid dreaming, again, it's simply knowing that you're in the dream. Here's what's amazing about it. So when you're in the state of sleep and you're not conscious about being in the dream, you're not aware that you're actually in the dream. That stays in dream mode, I'll call it. But once you trigger into lucidity, once you realize that you're in the dream, your brain starts operating in a different way. And you remember every detail from a lucid dream. you can control the dream. And in the moments of the dream, and I know this because I've said this to myself several times, it's as realistic as this moment right now is. I've tested it, and I've like touched things and experienced things, and had that moment of like, oh my God, this is just like real life. This is crazy. They feel faded afterwards, but every memory feels faded afterwards, right? You try to remember something that happened yesterday, it feels faded. But in the moment, I have memories of me saying to myself, this is as real life. Now think about that for a moment. You are now in control. Your brain is so powerful that all of these feelings, this like touch, when you touch something in the way that it feels, it's all created by your brain. At the end of the day, it can recreate that without something being here. The sensations and the feelings, the smells, the sights. And your brain is so powerful in your sleep that it can recreate everything I'm looking at right now on its own without it actually having to be there. And here's what's really, really great about lucid dreaming. So what I realized is a practical use, and a lot of people do it. Even the other day, when I went to the White House, yesterday, was it yesterday? 2 days ago? 2 days ago. Tim Ferriss, who I'm a huge fan of. I've read his books, and I've watched a couple of the things he's done. And I think he's a really, really very smart guy. He wrote, if any of you know of him, he wrote for the 4-Hour Week and the 4-Hour Body, which I have over here. And I was talking to him about lucid dreaming, and he was saying that he actually used to, when he ranked as a wrestler. His life story is amazing. But and in doing that, at the time, he said he was lucid dreaming and he was practicing wrestling in his dreams. It's crazy. You can actually use it. There's utility in being in control of your dreams. I'm trying to get better at maintaining control within my dream because, and it sounds so trippy, but there's nothing stopping me from creating a writing room in my dreams. And then at night, if I don't have time to write during the day, I know that I'll have time to write in my dream. I could just, because again, if you're conscious that you're dreaming, these are memories that stay and stick. You get to remember everything you did. And so, as I'm conscious in my dreams, I can put together a piano. And since it's a dream, I can literally have like a cloud sing the song back to me and see what that sounds like. I mean, you can do whatever you want. And I started looking at this more. I found out like a lot of geniuses and whatnot have been, like Einstein was known for solving things in his dreams and whatnot. Anyway, I think it's the coolest thing. If you're looking for a book recommendation, here's one. If you're looking for a book recommendation on lucid dreaming. This is a good one. A field guide to lucid dreaming, mastering the art. Cool stuff, you know? Plus, you can fly. I mean, here's the thing. I'm not gonna lie. I stopped flying as much because I wanted to train my brain to to keep and maintain clarity and vividness within the dream so that it felt as real life. So I'm working on that. But the first few times, I mean, you're probably just going to go fly. Because why not? Because you can, it's your dream, and you can do whatever you want. And the trick is learning how to stay in lucidity, stay in the dream. Do you not feel tired when you wake up, though? No, you still get all your rest. You're still getting REM. It's the craziest thing, I know, and I'm surprised more people don't train and do it. It dawned on me because I used to do it just whenever it happened, and then Josh was telling me about how excited he was about doing it, and he was trying to learn how to trigger it. I never realized that, you could train yourself to trigger into lucid dreams. I'll tell you something really, really crazy. There's a method called FILD. They're all ILD methods, but finger-induced lucid dreaming. And what that is the idea here is to just move your fingers very, very slightly. Let me back up for a second and explain how induced lucid dreaming works for some of the other methods. Basically, if you're trying to lucid dream, what you want to do is, well, I'll explain. I'll explain. What you want to do is to have a dream journal, and as soon as you wake up, because they say in the first minute you lose 50% of your memories of dreams, not lucid dreams, of dreams. You lose 50% of it, and 90% within the first few minutes. So you lose. I mean, if you're not writing it down the second you wake up, you're losing most of your dream right away. So what you have to do is you have to keep a dream journal, and you got to get used to the moment you wake up, just leaning over, grabbing your pencil, and just writing it down. And write it in first person, like I'm in the jungle, and Then what you start doing is you do this every day for a while. You start looking at similarities throughout the dreams, and you'll find things that become dream cues, and you consciously tell yourself, "Oh, that's a dream cue." So for instance, one of mine was I was having dreams a lot where I was in the house that I grew up in. I circled that as a dream cue. That way, next time I went into my old house, I had a moment, because my conscious knew it was a dream cue, where I said, wait, I don't live here anymore. This is something's off. Oh my gosh, I'm on a dream. And that trigger, it's just a realization that you need. That is the moment you slip into lucidity. So that's one way. Another way that a lot of people do it, and this is the way that Josh was training, and I was doing this as well. Throughout the day, if anything feels off or weird at all, you sincerely ask yourself, am I dreaming? And so I would do that. And I would do it by looking at my hands, turning away, looking back at my hands, because for some reason your hands look funny in dreams. I don't know why, just a thing. I would try to, my ring's in my backpack, turn my ring and see if I could, in a dream world, I could make it so that it didn't have a gem on it. But in the real world, obviously, you can't do that with your mind. So I would know if I'm dreaming or not. And then you just constantly ask yourself throughout the day, well, if you do that enough, consistently, what ends up happening is you'll end up doing it in your dream. And so when there is something that's off, because in dreams things are crazy, you'll go, wait a second, am I dreaming? You'll check, and when you do the check, you'll be like, oh my God, wait, I am in a dream. And then boom, you're in. So here's the finger method, and I'll move on to a different topic here. And this part is crazy to me. So I've done this once, and it is. Oh, I kind of did it twice, but I did it once. This is trippy. When you're really tired, so when when you wake up in the middle of the night or wake up for the first time in the morning, when you fall back to sleep, you're gonna go right into REM. Like you're really exhausted, you're tired. Okay, well, if you move your fingers, just these two fingers, very slightly, just very 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You close your eyes, start to fall asleep, and you're moving your fingers. Move your fingers like 1, 2, 1, 2 for like 10, 20 seconds. And then do a check to see if you're dreaming. And I thought this was like the craziest thing I'd heard in terms of getting your way into a lucid dream. And I guess what ends up happening, and this happened to me, is I wanted to do a check to see if I was in a dream, and I closed my nose to see if I could breathe through it. And I could. And so you're like, wait a second, I'm not supposed to do that. I'm in a dream. I think what's happening here. See, and by the way, so basically, within 10 seconds, you go from being awake to straight into your lucid dream. What's happening here is, I believe, like it's just such a little movement that you're concentrating on that as you actually fall asleep, you slip into dream, and you slip into dream of yourself doing this little movement. And then when you go to check, when you try to move your arm or your hand or anything, you're doing it now in your dream. And so you can catch that moment you slip into a dream. It's amazing. It's crazy. There's also some people have gotten really good at just going straight into a dream. By the way, without even the fingers, just laying down, tired, and just going consciously falling asleep, but allowing themselves to not fall and let their mind fall asleep, and then find their way to slip right in. I haven't done that. That seems like only the masters can do that. Cool books. What was that? It is a lot of work to sleep, but then you get. Think about how many work hours you get. I mean, you can do so much stuff in your dream. You could also ask, advice from dead presidents, and you can manifest characters and scenarios and play them out. Congratulations, first place. Be a part of living in LA. There's always something going on. Books about dreaming. Oh, wait, what? Books about dreaming. Is that a question? A lot of my dreams involve getting engaged to people. That's cool. Yeah, no, I'm back on YouTube soon. I will come to Australia. My ring, I always take it off when I work out. It's in my backpack. I'm probably gonna take off here in a second. I really want to go to Pinkberry. Today's my cheat day, and so I really need Pinkberry. Ghost is inside. Don't delete this replay. How do I save it? What do I do to save it? I'll do this more often. Are you guys gonna do fitness motivation speech? I will. Hold on. Wait. Is it? How do I save this? Is it really? I'm hoping it's easy. When I stop it, is there a button I press? Just don't click delete. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try looking for a scenario where I just don't click delete. I won't do the play. I'm not gonna do playlist unfortunately, no. But I will be at VidCon. Are you gonna read Ishmael? You guys, read Ishmael. Enjoy my book club, and then every month I will have a book stream, and we will talk about these books because that's cool. Reading books is lit, as the kids are saying. That's what I heard. Next book, I haven't read it yet. Talent Code. I was thinking Talent Code could be really cool and very motivational. Somebody wanted training, physical training motivation. What would that be? In general, I think this is something that people, when you fall short of your goal, a lot of times, there's the success cycle, they say, where it starts out with the potential of obtaining that goal, right? The potential of seeing some results leads to somebody doing action. So there's potential to get into shape, and that gets you going, right? And then that action, if you really go for it, if you put in the work, then the cycle only kickstarts itself if you take the action to the fullest, right? So the potential is where you start action. Action takes place. Now, if you take that action to its fullest, you really go for it, complete immersion, as some say, or that's what Tara says. Talent Code calls it something else. Anyway, you just really go for it. That'll lead to results, small or big, or show you that you're on the path toward your goal. And that will give you a sense of certainty and a sense that what you're doing is working, and this potential is more of a reality than you might have even thought before. And so it just kicks back in, and it creates that feeling of wanting to do even more action. And so if there was any advice, and I've given myself this advice, I've known this, and it's why I'm doing these workouts so hard, is that I've been hitting the gym and running and exercising over the last month, like maybe some might call it to extreme, but I know that, I've seen crazy results in the last 4 weeks, which has only gotten me more excited again about continuing on this path. Even though I know this sort of is what's happening, it still affects me. So if you can stick to it, when it comes to working out, if you can stick to it for 3 to 4 weeks, but you push in those 3 to 4 weeks, not do it for 3 to 4 weeks, but push, take action very seriously, for 3 to 4 weeks. The results that you'll get from that will hopefully spark that cycle. I missed your name. Favorite Tom Cruise movie? A Few Good Men. I really like A Few Good Men. Which, by the way, I really want to audition for that. A Few Good Men. I heard that they're doing a live stage version. Yeah, that is the AC. Sore throat, not Top Gun. Top Gun's up there. I was just touching my stones. Really into stones. Crystals. Should I do another song before we take off? You guys really like Climbing Out of Love. I keep seeing that, but I never play that one. Somewhere, somehow, I found you. Somewhere, somehow, I found you. A different life than I used to. Kind of way that you can't ignore. You know, I know it's foolish. Searching for love when your heart is. Oh, let it loved and spoken for. So I'm climbing out of love with you. 'Cause that's the world that breaks some rules, and I don't know if you let go fall with me. Yeah, I bite my tongue and hold my breath. Find my way out of this mess, 'cause I don't know if you let go fall with me. So I'm climbing out of love. Yeah, I'm climbing out of love. You make me go crazy, I'm helpless, and I know that I should just confess. I swear I'm scared I'll lose what I recently found. You smile, I smile, 'cause you're perfect, and a quiet kiss is worth it. I keep to myself if it keeps you around. So I'm climbing out of love with you, 'cause that's the world need to break some rules, and I don't know if you let go and fall with me. Yeah, I bite my tongue and hold my breath. Find my way out of this mess, and I don't know if you let go and fall with me. So I'm climbing out of love. Climbing out of love. You know that the song is sweet as well. Already feeling it too. Don't let me get too far. I'd rather we take this far. But I've gotta start climbing out of love with you. 'Cause for us to work, we break some rules, and I don't know if you let go and fall with me. So I'll bite my tongue and hold my breath. Find my way out of this mess, 'cause I don't know if you let go and fall with me. So I'm climbing out of love. Climbing out of love. Climbing Sorry, that was it's pretty rough. I haven't sung that song in a long time. Goddamn, you're beautiful. Have you heard of that? Love, catch you later. Lullaby. Currently, what's my favorite song? Currently, what's my favorite song? I don't know. I don't know. I'll play a quick piece of that. I don't know my favorite songs right now, though. Days I can't see your eyes, I don't even want to open my eyes. On days I can't see your smile, but I'd rather sit with the wild. On the days I know you'll be near, a day without you just isn't fair. Some days I can hear your voice, but I'm left without choice. Once I get weak and my knees forever heals maybe. Then we have the cheesy cliche. I'm sucked off my feet, oh my heart keeps beating, but there's really only one thing to say. Goddamn, you're beautiful to me. You're everything that's beautiful. Yes, to me. That's an oldie. That is one from another era. Tori Kelly, she's great. The Four Seasons, all right. I can't remember the lullaby. Dream with how's it go? Hold on, I think I'm getting there. How's the chorus go? The chorus is like, so baby, let my heart beat the rhythm that puts you to sleep. I think it's better on here, isn't it? Is it? Baby, let my heart, baby, let my, baby, how is it? Baby, let my heart beat the rhythm that puts you to sleep. My smile will be the first thing you see when you wake up. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. So, baby, let my heart beat, beat the rhythm that puts you. Come on. So, baby, let my heart. What was the breathing pattern? So, baby, let my heart beat, beat the rhythm that puts you to sleep. My smile will be the first thing you see when you wake up. When you wake up. When you wake up. Yeah, that's it-ish. I need my ukulele. It's supposed to be on the uke. So you just sing along, and that's what it really should break down. So, baby, let my heart beat, beat the rhythm that puts you. You know, I told Andy this. He didn't get it when I said it to him because he produced the song. And I told him when I was trying to say it before. He was like, "Oh my God, I should have done that." But the idea of the production, I wanted it to be, so, baby, let my heart beat, beat the rhythm that puts you to sleep. My smile will be the first thing you see when. So you get the idea. The heartbeat being like the beat. That's what I'll be. Yeah, of course excited for VidCon. Who's not excited for VidCon? Of course I would collaborate with Mr. Scott. Who wouldn't collaborate with Mr. Scott? What's my favorite choice of one song? I mean, I like the youth song right now. It's everywhere. Closer. How's it go? Close your eyes with me. Close your eyes with me. We'll just fall asleep. That's a good one. You know what song I really love? That I used to play all the time, and it have been a while, but I love the song. That's Hallelujah. I love that song. Well, I heard there was a city chord, and David played, and it pleased the Lord. You don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, minor fourth, the major leaves, life will keep composing on you. Is that right? No. What's the next verse? How's it go? Your faith is strong, until the needed proof. Sun bathing on the roof. Beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to the kitchen chair, broke your throat, she cut your hair. From your lips, she drew the hallelujah. Hallelujah. There's a lot of people outside. All right, I'm gonna take off. I hope you guys have fun with the love stream. We're gonna do the book stream. Try to read the book. It's a really, really, really good book. It makes you think about like who we are as people on this planet, and did we make the right decisions? And it couldn't be more important than now, considering what's happening in the world, climate change, and everything else. I think we need to take a real hard look at ourselves. We got to start some serious movements, guys, if we want a bright future, you know? It sounded cheesy, but it's true. Reading this book is a good step. Just read it. All right, I'm going to take off. Have the best night. I'm going to go get me some pinkberry and sweet dreams and all that stuff. Happy birthday to the birthday folks. And we will talk soon. We will do this again very soon. All right. Mwah. All right, now the awkward. What do I do? Turn this thing. Stop. Okay, it just says stop broadcast. I'm going to hit stop broadcast, and then I'm going to hope there's a button that says don't delete anything.